Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. It's a rainy day outside, so I thought let's make a video. And you already saw the introduction with the photos. And the photos have been taken with the Leica Q, with this guy. So I'm going to tell you today why this is maybe my favorite camera of all time. So I really like this camera. I really love it, the photos that it makes. And what if I would tell you that it's already a camera of 10 years old? It's been released in 2015. So this is really an old camera, you would say. Yeah, you might think, why will it hold up its value still in 2025? Well, I'm going to tell you. So you might say, is it old tech? Well, we can argue about it. It doesn't have the latest technology. It doesn't have eye focus. It doesn't have 60 plus megapixels. It doesn't have really quick shutter speeds. But what it does have, well, I can name you lots of things why I'm in love with this camera. So let me start with it. You might say, 10 years old? Does it still hold up its value? Well, I would definitely say yes. It does hold up its value. And it's an expensive camera. Yes, it is. It is almost 2,000 euros to pay for a camera that's 10 years old. But, of course, it's a Leica. And with the Leica you have also advantages. So it does hold up its value. And I bought it second hand at 1,800 euros. A little bit more than a year ago. And yeah, you already saw the pictures that I created with it. And I'm really glad that I bought the camera. First of all, why am I glad? Because it's because of the color science. I really love the colors that are straight coming out of the camera. You do not have to retouch as much and you already have really good pictures. So what I quite often do is take multiple pictures called bracketing. So create 3 exposures and layer them on top of each other in Lightroom, Photoshop, and that creates additional dynamic range. So this creates great pictures, basically. And also the 20 megapixels, I was already referring to it. Is it enough? I think it's more than enough. At least for the purposes where I'm using it for. I'm not a commercial photographer, I'm a hobby photographer. Do sell my pictures, by the way, online on microstock platforms, but 20 megapixels is more than enough. You also have upscaling possibilities in Lightroom, for example, that you can even make your pictures larger. So that's great. The second thing is the size of the camera. Well, you already saw it, It's not a big camera. If you look at it and compare it to a big DSLR or a mirrorless camera, you can put a lot of lenses on top of it, of course. It makes you more flexible. But in the end, when you go on the streets and you may do street photography or other photography, then you pay a lot of attention to yourself with a big DSLR. So it really helps out to have a small camera like this, to go on the streets and also have the shutter that's not that loud as, for example, a DSLR. So really great. I also saw it when I went into Amsterdam, for example, that I got a lot of attention to myself with the DSLR. And with the Leica, basically no one took a look at me. Well, I mentioned a lot of positive things. Also, for example, the lens. It's a 28mm 1.7 lens. It's really sharp. Also at aperture 1.7. But there are also some negative downsides of this camera, and this is also the lens, because you're always with a fixed lens. You cannot remove the lens from the camera, so that does mean that you always have the 28mm on your lens. You can crop, of course, within the camera, also in the software tools like Lightroom, Photoshop, but in the end you're still with the 28mm. Sometimes this is a limiting factor. Then I would like to have a 35 or 50mm or 85 for making portraits, for example, and that's less ideal with a 28mm. The second thing is also the weather resistance of this camera. Unfortunately, the Q1 is not weather resistant, so basically you cannot photograph with it in the rain. And I think it's really a limiting factor, because sometimes you can create great photos, of course, in the rain, and because it's a fixed lens, you also get dust inside, at least at the Q1. And I looked it up on the internet, and I saw that it has to do with the macro ring that you can switch, and then apparently dust comes into the lens and ultimately in the sensor, which lead to sensor dust. Yeah. So basically those two negative things, and the dust problem has been fixed in the Q2, I know that, but the colors are less in the Q2, I understood. So for me, I'm still very excited and happy with the Q1. So you do have the frame lines, just 28mm, 35mm and 50mm. So I would really appreciate it if you like this video, that you give a thumbs up, and if you have not subscribed yet to my channel, please do so. I have many more videos in the pipeline that I want to record. For example, a video about my DJI drone and which aerial photography that I do. So if you're curious about it, please subscribe to my channel, follow my updates. Would really appreciate it. Thanks a lot, and see you in the next one.